Greetings everyone, T2 here. I'm back at the mushroom hole. And we got good news and we got bad news. Good news is the mushrooms have started to come up. Bad news is we're a little bit early and they're not too big yet. So I don't know if I should pick them or risk turkeys eating them, letting them get big. As you can see right here, got a little bitty fella, another one right there. It's the only two I've seen so far. Oh, there we go. There's another little one. Let's see. Should be some under these trees. There always is. Oh, there's one right under my foot. It must have just came up. Oh, here we go. These two right here, getting big. Yeah, I think I just want to leave them alone for about 3 more days or something. Come back Monday. Because I know these ones get huge. Probably a few of them haven't come up yet. So there's way more than that. Plus they're way easier to see when they're big. Need to go check the fallen pine tree. Oh, there's a big one. He's gonna be nice. There. Right there. Decent sized. Yeah, jumped the gun on this. At least we know like April 2nd. That's the best. That's the date they come up, I guess. My mom had posted something from another spot in Kentucky. I started finding them, so I figured it might be the right temperature. Yeah, I don't want to harvest these just yet. I'm not liking this squirrel activity I'm hearing. They might be trying to get in here to eat them. I don't know if they do or not. It's not really enough for a meal though right now if I just picked what was here. So, not much point in harvesting. Seeing a lot of hickory nut shells. That means there's a walnut. Squirrels have been in this area. That's not a good sign. Squirrels right over there at that fallen pine tree where the other mushrooms are usually at. Hey, that's why I never find them. Last year there was hardly any over there. By the time I got there. Is he like right in his tree right now? Weird activity for a squirrel. Usually they just run and hide. I feel like he's being territorial. What the fuck? He's definitely scavenging or something. Hear that? He's like pushing leaves off to the side. Greetings everyone. T2 again. I'm out here in the big woods that I usually look for mushrooms in. Right back there's a big like bowl kind of shaped cave. You can see how far uphill this is. This is what when you go back out, it's gonna kill me. Right now we're going downhill. And I think today is Easter maybe? I don't have a job anymore, so it's hard to keep track of what day it is. But Sunday, the 11th? Just guesstimating somewhere in there. So I think this is about where I start finding mushrooms, because you see all these cedar trees. All this back through here is like poplars and stuff, but oaks. Usually find them under poplars, but I never do. In this spot in particular, I think it's because it's so steep. The water runs off and it kind of settles down in here and it gets all moist. You'll start seeing moss. See that moss right there? It's a big limestone area. It's full of holes and caves, and you'll get your foot caught and almost snap your ankle off, but worth it. Can't afford medical bills right now, but you can see this tree has recently been knocked over. Roots are all still moist. Yeah, you'll find weird stuff out in these woods too. Like old metal structures and wells and foundations of houses and stuff, but you wouldn't expect anything to be out here. Yeah, so you want to look around the base of the trees. You want to look on the top of the moss clumps. That's always been good for me. You also want to look up and look for ribbons in the branches, because other people will find them and they'll put ribbons to mark the spot where they're at. So you can like steal somebody's honey hole. The place where I parked, there's usually like 3 or 4 cars. There's just one other car besides me today. And this year, it has been rainy and colder than usual. But I know the mushrooms are out because I already checked 2 of my other spots and I found a few. Not as many as last year, but enough to make a meal out of. So I'll be having some mushrooms tonight, assuming I don't get lost. And have to live out here in the woods for the rest of my life until I die of hunger. I saw some scratches back there that didn't really look like a deer. I think they might be like black bears in my state now. Maybe panthers. So I might get eaten by one of those. You never know. There's another spot on down. I mean, anywhere through here potentially could have mushrooms. I just haven't checked them all. But I've heard there's a church down there that if you go behind it like 400 yards, take a left, you can find mushrooms down there. But I almost got lost down there one time. I found these ribbons on the trees that make mark like a trail. Pretty much the only thing that saved me, because it was getting dark and I didn't know where the fuck I was. But now I think I could figure out if I just stayed on that trail. It's real easy to get turned around. I got a compass with me today though, so I'll just go the opposite direction I came in when I want to leave. Should work. I see there's a lot of ferns right in here. This probably is a really good spot. It might be on further down. I think it was like a half mile. You gotta walk before you start. Actually, I think I'm supposed to stay on the right side of the creek. That's where I usually found them. I crossed over that creek just then. Wasn't really thinking about that. I mean, there could be stuff over here. I don't know. Forgot to bring any water. I'll probably be drinking out of that creek. Normally you want to purify your water, boil it, get rid of all that bacteria. Make sure you don't get trichinosis or giardia or some kind of bullshit. But this is Kentucky. I was born in these woods. Not really, but I'm pretty sure this is like the cleanest water you'll find in the area. Not a lot of animals. There's a big limestone rock sticking out all suspicious like a grave marker or something. There's a one spot down here. It might be on further up around a curve where I found those weird looking rock mounds, like Indian mounds one time. And I think there's a cave down in there. I might show you if I get to it. But I want to bring my metal detector and check out those rock mounds. Maybe take one of them apart and see if there's anything in there. Could be something Indians did. I don't know. I'm sure if it was, I'd probably be in deep trouble. Breaking all kinds of laws. I don't understand these laws about, like, you can't disturb shit on the bottom of the ocean. Who the fuck cares? You ain't seeing it. As long as you, like, write down how stuff was originally found. Like, if you find an anchor of a shipwreck, the stem of the anchor points towards the direction the ship was going because it drags along behind and it falls off. So that kind of stuff you need to know if you want to find the rest of it, but I don't see any problem with, like, getting shit off the bottom of the ocean. It's just cleaning the ocean. There's all this metal down there. Get that metal out of there. It's not where it belongs. I watch a lot of treasure hunting shows. I don't know if you guys knew that it was illegal to take cannons and coins and shit off the bottom of the ocean without a permit, so that the government can take half of it or more, declare it an archaeological site and historical treasure, so you get nothing. Yeah, I think this is starting to look a little familiar. Still ain't seeing no mushrooms though. Yeah.